Ever think about what it takes to build a university? I mean, really build one from the ground up. It's so much more than just putting up some buildings and filling them with books. It's about creating something with the power to change an entire region. And that is exactly the story we're diving into today, the incredible journey of the University of Sahiwal.
All right, to really get what the University of Sahiwal is all about, you have to understand just how unique its position is. We're talking about a whole division in Punjab, Pakistan, home to millions of people. And this is the only general public university there. Let that sink in. Just one. That fact right there, it's the key to its whole story and explains exactly why it's so important.
And we're not talking about a small startup college here. Right now, this university is shaping the minds of about 7,000 students. That's 7,000 people, 7,000 futures, all being built in this one crucial place.
Okay, so we've got the scale. We know it's the only one of its kind in the area. But let's dig a little deeper. What does it actually mean to be a regional pillar? What's its job in the grand scheme of things?
Well, it really all boils down to its role as what's officially called a higher education institution, or an HEI. And look, this is way more than just a place that hands out diplomas. Think of it like a three-part mission. First, provide top-notch education. Second, push the boundaries with new research. And third, be an engine for the whole community's economic and social growth. And funnily enough, that mission lines up perfectly with the university's own motto.
But to really get a feel for what the university is today, we got to go back in time. It didn't just pop up overnight. Nope. This whole thing grew from a tiny seed, an idea that was planted to solve a really big local problem.
And its growth was, incredibly fast. It all kicked off in 2005, starting as just a small subcampus of a bigger university. Fast forward to 2014, and they're adding major programs, like a whole new department of law. But then, 2015, that's when everything changed. It was officially upgraded to a full-blown university, and by 2016, it was completely independent, running its own show. I mean, think about that. From a small branch to a fully independent university in just over 10 years. That's a huge leap.
So yeah, that 2015 upgrade was the real turning point. But you might be wondering, what does that even mean? What's the big deal about going from a subcampus to a university? What really changed?
Oh, the difference was night and day. As a subcampus, it was basically dependent on its parent university, BZU. It had very little say in its own affairs and a pretty limited focus. But once it became a university, total game changer. It became independent, with its own charter, its own governing body, and its mission just exploded. It went from just offering classes to being tasked with lifting up the entire region. So no, this wasn't just a new sign on the door. It was a complete reinvention of what it was and what it could do.
So that's the origin story. After that whirlwind transformation, what's the University of Sahiwal like today? Let's take a look.
Right now, it's a seriously comprehensive place. Just look at the range of departments. It tells you everything you need to know. We're talking computer science and IT, business administration, law, applied psychology, sciences like chemistry and physics. The list goes on. It's not just a one-trick pony. It's building a diverse pool of talent, which is absolutely essential if you want to support a modern, complex regional economy.
And this whole vision, it comes right from the top. The Vice Chancellor, Prof. Dr. Javaid Akhtar, puts it perfectly. He says their commitment is about creating knowledge through research and innovation and giving students a dynamic learning environment. So it's a two-part mission, right? It's not just about teaching what's already known, but about discovering what's next. It's about creating a place that's always evolving.
And get this, that commitment is starting to get noticed, and not just locally. We're talking on the international stage. For the very first time, the university has made it into the prestigious QS Asia University rankings. In Pakistan, it's ranked 66th, in South Asia, 312th, and across all of Asia, it's in the top 1,000. Now, for a pretty young regional university, that is a huge deal. It's solid proof that it's on the right track. Okay, rankings are great. They're a nice scoreboard. But the real story, the one that truly matters, is the impact it's having on people's lives. So how is this university actually shaping the future for the folks in the Sahiwal region?
Well, one of its biggest jobs is tackling something called brain drain. For years, if you were a bright, ambitious kid in Sahiwal, you had to leave. You'd go off to big cities like Lahore or Multan for a good university education, and a lot of the time, you just wouldn't come back. The university is the answer to that problem. It offers top-quality, accredited degrees right there
at home, keeping that amazing local talent right where it can do the most good.
And having that local option has had another absolutely massive social impact. Female enrollment in higher education has shot up across the region. Think about it. By being close to home, it removes so many barriers, both cultural and practical. It is directly empowering a whole new generation of women to become professionals and leaders. This isn't just a number on a chart, it's a genuine societal game changer.
And finally, let's talk about the economy. The university is a straight-up engine for local growth. It's churning out skilled graduates who are ready to work, and they're jumping right into Sahiwal's most important sectors. We're talking banking, the textile industry, public service, you name it. It's created this perfect pipeline of talent that's fueling the economy from the inside out.
So that brings us to the big, forward-looking question. The University of Sahiwal has already shown it can be a powerhouse for its own region. As it keeps growing and succeeding, you have to wonder, how will this model, this idea of building a strong university from the ground up to serve a local community, how will that influence the bigger picture of higher education, not just in Sahiwal, but across the whole of Pakistan? Something to think about.